time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Well, here we are, July 1st. The summers always seem to kind of fly by, and the holiday is upon us here as the week progresses. Just a dandy way to begin things on this Monday with low humidity levels, more comfortable air, and warm but not overly hot temperatures. The heat does build back in quickly Tuesday. Highs are going to jump back into the upper 80s to around 90. Unfortunately, it does look a little unsettled and stormy as we head toward and even on Independence Day, mid to late week. And then it does look like some pretty typical early July weather pattern, that is, with humidity and a few isolated storms for the remainder of the long holiday weekend. For some folks, visible satellite, high thin clouds drifting on through. That's about the extent of it. A lot of those are going to diminish as we go through the evening and the overnight. I think we'll see a few tomorrow as that storm system, an area of low pressure in the upper Midwest, makes a little progress eastward. Checking out Mount Sterling in Montgomery County. Looks good and feels good. There's your east to northeast wind, 10 to 15. We're a nice pleasant 77. Humidity levels are super duper low. Checking out Casey County, same story. High clouds, Kentucky Mesonet, 76. Northeast wind there at 5 to 10. As the sun sets, I think the winds will back down a little bit. That's going to allow us to cool down nicely. You see the upper 70s to around 80 here in the bluegrass westward out into eastern Kentucky, mid 70s, well below the curve for this time of the year there. And adding to the comfort factor, your upper 40s and low to mid 50 dew points. That is unbelievably dry for the early part of July. That is a bonus big time. Now you get down to the south, a bit hotter, and as that area of high pressure responsible for the very nice day, of course, there's a frontal boundary that brought the storms around the last couple of days through the mid-Atlantic into New England yesterday. The northeast wind will be replaced by a south wind, and that's going to open the door for the moisture to return and this next system to arrive as we get into the day on Wednesday and Thursday. But here in the short term, no issues. Could see a few clouds even begin to increase from south to north by daybreak, upper 50s, low 60s, mix of clouds and sunshine. And there's more typical early July temperatures tomorrow with upper 80s to around 90. Muggy cast. It is going to be pretty humid through the holiday and into the upcoming holiday weekend. Speaking of, looking ahead, this first wave moves through into the day on Wednesday, and it doesn't sweep through completely. We're looking at low 90s, and then another wave of energy cruises in here, and with plenty of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, that's going to mean off and on showers and storms, a good solid chance for the day. On Thursday, there is a bit of a severe threat, Lexington level 1, and then you go north and west, basically up I-75 and west out I-64. And points northward, there's level 2, damaging winds being the primary threat. And we've got, unfortunately, some solid rain chances around the holiday. Now, on the flip side of that, latest drought monitor, which was measured about a week ago, abnormally dry part of the area. Yeah, we did have some rain through the course of the weekend, but we really need some additional rain. Again, the historic Hurricane Beryl, which did make landfall here in the Windward Islands around Grenada officially earlier. It's a high-end Category 4, which, again, historically is unheard of since they've been keeping records here in modern times. Haven't seen anything like this at the end of June, beginning of July. Eventually, it's going to scoot up and make an impact there around Jamaica. And then later this week toward the long holiday weekend, there's the Yucatan Peninsula. You got Cozumel, Cancun down there. I'm sure a lot of folks heading out on vacation. It should weaken somewhat, but doesn't take very much. If it's hurricane status, it's going to cause some problems. So that bears watching well to our south. 57, mostly clear, kind of coolish tonight. We'll take it, but then heating back up tomorrow, back up to 90 in the extended forecast, including Independence Day on Thursday. Yeah, it could look a little bit better, but unfortunately, that's the way things look to shake out. In addition to the late storm and the strong storm chance Wednesday late into Wednesday night, could see another round on Friday. I do think we're a little better for the second part of the holiday weekend, more isolated to scattered activity. And again, pretty typical temperatures with afternoon highs into the upper 80s.